Then the second question that talks about my biodata. Yes, I went to primary school in the year 1984. The year 1989 was when I got my first living certificate. And the last thing is the years. Pardon? I started in 1984, 1985, 1986, 98.
Of you going into finishing primary school or entering primary school at the age of 3, let me tell you a personal story. I sat for common entrance examination when I was in primary 3, and I won. Because I was exceptionally brilliant, I passed. It's all the same. Winning and passing are all the same.
My country people, Mona Consi professor will start primary school at the age of 3 years old. This one not be say now it's by itself calculate and count time. It's not 3 years old now it start primary school. Hey, not be here. In fact, everywhere scatter. Hey, now what? Like play, oh, which is only in one and go school for at the age of 3 years old, enter primary school. Now another one just see jump, come out, say, himself, he no book, where? To the extent 3 years old, they scrape everything, they scrape up paper for primary school. My people, all these nominated minister where Tinubu go bring come, we don't know where they for come, oh. Hey, my people, hey. Una no say professor for Nigeria if you dey call rigging na dem dey there. If you dey talk of confusion, say they confused, they don't know wetin they want talk na dem dey there. To the extent the man dey begin dey use finger till they count 82, 83, 84, 85, 86. What did he say? I love you, love my people. I go let the video make it play gidigba. Mo could have wash am, mo could have settle down, mo could have digest am, mo could have not to laugh, oh, my country people, because this one, it pass comedy, oh. This one na Bod Tv, but we'll let the video play from the beginning to the end. Una do well, oh, una bye bye.
My name, Engineer Professor Joseph Terlumun Utsev. I was born into the family of Utsevaka from Buruko local government area of Benue State in 1982. In 1980.
Professor, first and foremost, I'd like to congratulate you on your nomination. And I also join my colleagues too in congratulating you as well. Now, my own question will be very simple, and it will have to do with your biodata. I just want clarifications around your biodata. Now, on the very first page, page 1, you said you were born on the 2nd of December, 1980. Now, looking further down, you attended St. John's Primary School, Boko. You just wrote 1989. I'm wondering whether you finished primary school in 1989, which will suggest that you either started primary school at the age of 3 or 2 for you to finish in 1989. That's 1. 2, you also claim that you went to SEPA secondary school. You put 1995. That will also suggest, so I don't know with the band whether it was 1989 to 1995. But what is also what will appear a bit distorted for me, which I also need clarification for, is that given your academic excellence, from you graduated in 2004, meaning that you probably will have spent almost 9 years for your first degree. I just need you to clarify those data. I hope you understand, starting from primary school to why it took you that long to also get your first degree despite the academic brilliance that you have exhibited. Thank you, Mr. President and my distinguished colleagues. Thank you.
Yeah, Prof. Then the second question that talks about my biodata. Yes, I went to primary school in the year 1984. The year 1989 was when I got my first living certificate. And the last thing is the years. Pardon? I started in 1984, 1984, 1985, 1986, 1984, 1985, 1986. Pardon? 1984, 1985, 1986, 1987, 1988, and 1989. That was when I passed out with first school living certificate. Primary school. I'm talking about primary school. Then I further my secondary school in 1990. Yes, secondary school in 1990. 1990, 1991, 92, 93, 94, 95. That is when I got my SSCE. That's when I got my SSCE. Then I graduated in 2004. Yes, what happens that I was actually supposed to pass out in 2003, but there was a prolonged strike. If you can remember, there was a prolonged strike by ASU. Then I did a 5-year program in engineering, which I was supposed to stay there for 5 years. But because of the prolonged strike, I spent 6 years for the program. That is why I graduated in 2004.
Prof, the question was, you were born in 1980, and you had your first school living certificate in 1989. That means that you, at the period you should have been in nursery school, at the age of 4 years, you were already in primary 1. You were already in primary 1. Which state was this? Well, so the nominee was born in 1980, and the nominee graduated with first school living certificate in 1989. So the nominee is exceptionally brilliant. The nominee was 3 years old when he started his primary education, and he proceeded to do 6 years. He proceeded to do, the nominee started his primary education at the age of 3 and was able to finish 6 years later in 1989. And it's possible that the nominee was a classmate of Senator Abbo.
Sitting at chair, my name is Senator Abbo. I represent the good people of Adamawa North. First of all, our nominee from Benue State. You see, some people don't understand certain things. To clear air of you going into finishing primary school or entering primary school at the age of 3, let me tell you a personal story. I sat for common entrance examination when I was in primary 3, and I won. Because I was exceptionally brilliant, I passed. It's all the same, winning and passing are all the same. So the question of you entering primary school at the age of 3 did not arise. But where did you finish? And at what level did you start for your common entrance exam? You may be like me, exceptionally brilliant. So, we have cleared that because you are on national television. I don't want people to go home thinking that your integrity is being called to question. You are a professor in this country and have done exceptionally well for the university to make you a professor. Now my question is this. Any country that continues to rely on rainfall, rainwater, to cultivate crops and to feed a booming population like Nigeria will have food crisis. When you talk of insecurity, the most dangerous insecurity is food insecurity. When there's no food, there will be insecurity. A hungry man is an angry man. If you look at Nigerians' land size, from number 1 to number 21 is all states in northern Nigeria. Apart from Oyo, in number 14, with 20,454 square kilometers land size, and Cross River at number 19, with about 20,000 square kilometers. They enter from number 1 to number 21, northern Nigeria. Now there is desert encroachment. Rain is no longer falling as it used to be because of human activities. How do you intend to create dams so that we will not continue to rely on rainwater and use the opportunity of this vast land size in the north to feed our booming population? Thank you so much.
This is Bod TV Bod. In case the first time you come here, please don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell for more uploads.